First pitch strike here for Nelson. Nelson flew out to second in his first at-bat. That was in the bottom or the top of the second inning. Now we're in the top of the fourth. Strike two in the next pitch. An 0-2 count now for Jet Zabel. Throw over to third, over to first. That's two for Pierre. That one gloved by the third baseman. Throw over to first, and Pierre's got two up, two down. That was Easton Nelson. We go to Gavin Johnson now. He's the 9-hole batter for the Bucks. He hit a single in the second inning. That was his only trip to the plate. This is the catcher. First pitch strike thrown from Zabel. Next pitch inside, ball one, so a 1-1 count here. Once again, a single hit from Gavin Johnson. In his last trip, he was eventually left on base. That was in the second. 2-1 count with two down here for Pierre. Next pitch. Strike two thrown. Johnson once again batting .382 on the season. Another high pitch here. Make it a full count. Foul ball. Game today from One Office Solution, the one source for all your office products, including copiers, furniture, and office supplies. One Office Solution, located next to Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton. We're going to reset here. Full count pitch incoming for Gavin Johnson. Walked him. Johnson will take first. Yankton baseball today. Is courtesy of Graham Tire. If you notice issues with your vehicle, don't hesitate to call the service experts at Graham Tire because they do more than sell tires. Graham Tire at Yankton, your auto service and tire store next door. As well as FNBO, the great big small bank for more than 165 years. They've been with you where you are. First pitch strike delivered for Tate Bestie now after the walk from Gavin Johnson. Ball thrown here, 1-1 count. Bestie has a ground out and a fly out today. Ground out to short, fly out to center. This time he's going to be in and out of the glove of the third baseman, and that'll be a base hit first of the day for Tate Bestie. Runner in scoring position now for the Bucks. That one's hit the glove of the third baseman, but just couldn't quite bring it in on the fast corner. It goes out to left. So a single there for Bestie in the fourth. Now Yankton, all of a sudden, with two outs, has a runner in scoring position. Easton Feeser is the man to bat. Swing and miss, strike one. The left-handed batter has got on base twice in two plate appearances today. Once he was struck out, but the catcher missed the catch, and he was able to get to first in time. And the second one, he was walked. This will be his third trip to the plate. Takes a strike here, so an 0-2 count with two outs, runners on first and second for the Bucks. Tough situation. In a spot of trouble is Easton Feeser. That pitch inside. Ball one. 1-2 count here with two outs. We're in the top of the fourth in a 6-3 ball game. Pierre on top of Yankton. Foul ball. Keep the at-bat alive. Easton Feeser bats .304 on the season, has 17 hits and 8 RBIs coming into today. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and miss, strikeout, that'll do for the inning. Bucks leave 2 on, they'll trail 6-3. We go to the bottom of the fourth now in a 6-3 ball game. This game today brought to you by the UPS Store, offering packing and shipping plus printing services, mailboxes, and direct mail services helping small businesses reach their goals in Yankton across from Walmart. And Yankton Thrive. Yes, there is a thriving business economy in the Yankton area. Your one source and resource for all businesses from retail to manufacturing is Yankton Thrive. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break. Go to the bottom of the fourth after this.
Get it cleaned with Buell's.
Dress shirts, suits, dresses, coats. At Buell's, they specialize in dry cleaning and pressing. You can pick it up or even have it delivered.
Got a tough stain you're worried about getting out? Leave it to Buell's. They're experts in getting out those nasty stains.
Do you wash your own comforter? If you really want it clean, let Buell's do it. Their large-size washers are perfect for comforters.
If you need it clean, take it to Buell's. 444 West 3rd, Yankton.
Go to the bottom of the fourth here on KYNT. 6-3 is your score. Boston Frick now on the mound. Frick pitched the third inning. Ended up having a struggle of a start, but ended up getting things figured out after that. Had a K, a couple of ground outs, and Yankton caught somebody stealing to end the inning. Two strikes delivered to start this at-bat off for Matthew Brewer. Brewer has 2 RBIs, but he's going to have a strikeout here to start off the inning. So good start for Boston Frick after a struggle of a start in the third inning with 2 walks out of the gate. Gets a strikeout out of the gate in the fourth. First pitch ball here for Dawson Getz. Getz grounded out to the second baseman in the second inning. That was his only at bat. This is number 2 as he takes a strike here. 1-1 count with 1 out. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Little hit over to the shortstop. Shortstop brings it in. Throw over to first base. And the catch is made for the out. 2 up, 2 down for the Yankton defense. 6-3 out, Evan Zirk. Excuse me. Owen Wishon to Easton Feezer. So we go back to the top of the batting order now. Peterson, the leadoff hitter. 0 for 2 at the plate today. Has another chance. Two balls thrown to start things off from Frick. Another strike thrown here. A 2-1 count now. Peterson flew out to center and a grounder to short were his 2 at-bats. Out in both. Another ball thrown. A 3-1 count. Boston Frick down in the count. Swing and miss. Strike 2. Now a full count with 2 outs. Strike call, and that'll do. That's strike number 3. 3 outs in the inning. And it's a 6-3 ball game. Yankton still trails, but they get out of that inning without any damage taken. We go to the 5th now on KYNT. We'll take a moment and thank a few of our sponsors here as the Pierre defense trots out to the mound. We'll thank Northtown Automotive, your local Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. Visit northtownusa.com. As well as Floor Tech. Whether your home or floor is wet, call Floor Tech, 665-4839. And Sherco, proud supporter of Yankton sports. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco. As well as State Farm with Roy Wilcox. Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance has been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, they will help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Roy Wilcox State Farm is a proud supporter of Yankton athletics. Looks like Jet Zabel marching back out there for the 5th inning. We're just going to keep this one right here as we go to the 5th. Yankton Bucks are getting ready to bat. I think Matthew Sheldon is going to be leading off here for the Bucks. Looks like the designated hitter. Ready to do it. Take a look at our pitching matchup and what we've seen today. Beck Reichen started on the mound for the Bucks. He pitched 2 innings. Did not have any strikeouts or walks. Had 4 hits and 3 runs in those 2 innings. And then Boston Frick came in and pitched the last 2. Ended up walking his first 2 batters, but was pretty money after that. Ended up with 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, and did have 3 runs in that bottom of the 3rd, but nothing in the 4th. So we're ready to begin here with Sheldon. His first pitch of the 5th inning. Ball. Three strikeouts here so far for Frick. He had 2 in that 4th inning. The first and 3rd batters up struck out, and the second batter grounded out to short. Yankton went 1-2-3 in the inning. Not going to do that this time, however. Sheldon with a base hit right over the top of second base. He'll go to first. So Pierre won't do the same, but they do have the lead, 6-3 at the moment. Yankton with a little bit of work still to do, down 3 runs as we begin the 5th inning. Matthew Sheldon with a leadoff single to get things started. First pitch ball here for Owen Wishon. Swing and miss, strike 1 for Wishon, a 1-1 count. One pitch with 1 on. Strike 2 thrown. Got him looking. 1-2 count now. 6-3 score. Pierre on top of Yankton. Strike 3. Got him looking. Looks like that's the 4th strikeout of the ball game for Jet Zabel, compared to only 3 walks. So 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, 5 hits, and 3 runs given up. Foul ball. The first baseman's trying to track it in the sun. That one's going to go out of play. Starting off the at-bat for Sam Goki, so he's got no 1 count after the foul. Sam Goki has hit 2 RBIs today. Hit a single on his first one, was thrown out at first on his second one, but still got the RBI. This time, just out at first. Little grounder went off the pitcher on a little light hit, and the official's going to go check on him, go have a conversation with him, but looks like Zabel's all right after that, and made the throw over to first. 2 down for Pierre. Evan Cirque now up to bat. Cirque is 0 for 2 at the plate, looks like. Struck out in the 1st inning and then grounded out to short in the 3rd. Now making his 3rd trip to the plate in this 5th inning now. 6-3 score. Pierre on top of Yankton. Yankton does have a runner in scoring position in Sheldon, however. Sheldon led off the inning with a single. Now he leads off of second. Cirque trying to bring him home, but there are 2 outs on the board. It's a 1-1 count here. Jet Zabel pitching. Strike 3. Or excuse me, 2. I can count. 1-2 count with 2 down. I can count, I swear. The 1-2 pitch. Inside. Just barely misses the strike zone. There's some groans from the home crowd on that one. They wanted number 3. 2-2 with 2 outs, top of the 5th, 6-3 score. The pitch. Little grounder straight to the pitcher. He'll bring it in the glove. Underhand throw to first. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Pierre leading 6-3. after 4.5. Go to the bottom of the 5th for the Pierre Bats, back in 60 seconds on KYNT.
Boston Shoes to Boots is proud to support Yankton High School athletics. Boston Shoes to Boots is your headquarters for quality and comfort.
In the second batter of the inning, grounded out to short. It was a 1-2-3 inning for the Bucks. We've got a foul ball that will keep Kaiser alive in his at-bat. Strikeout. All right. Out to left field. This one's going to be hit. And Pierre now has one on with one out. 6-3 is your score. Pierre leading over Yankton. We're figuring things out here in Pierre. Sorry, we had a little bit of an audio issue, looks like, on our stream. We're getting that fixed. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. One out, one on. Here for Pierre. Pitch. Throw over to second base. Not going to get him in time. Second baseman couldn't make the snag. Let's take Bestie out there. Couldn't quite bring it in. And a stolen base for George Stalley, looks like. Charlie Simpson batting. Simpson is an 0-1 count. That pitch was a strike. One count with one out. Ball out to center field off the bat. The center fielder will bring it into the glove for out number 2. It's Evan Sirk out there in center, making the catch. We got 2 outs. Jet Zabel now up to bat. Zabel flew out to left in his first at-bat, hit a double in the 3rd. Now he's making his 3rd at-bat with a runner in scoring position, but 2 outs. First pitch strike thrown here from Boston Frick. Once again, we're in the bottom of the 5th. 6-3 is the score of this contest. Little grounder over to second, throw over to first base. This should do it, and it will for the inning. So that is a 3-out inning. Pierre leaves one on, 6-3 score. No score for either team since the 3rd inning as we go to the 6th now. This is KYNT back in 60 seconds.
Hey, why are you in the garage?
6-3 contest. First pitch strike here for Easton Nelson. Baseball today from Pizza Ranch. For legendary chicken and the best pizza, it's Yankton Pizza Ranch on Broadway, or call 665-1222. One count with one out. Easton Nelson. Strike thrown here. A 1-2 count with one out. Nelson today 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. Another strike thrown, so 2 up, 2 strikeouts here for J.J. Buckles. Now he has Gavin Johnson, the 9-hole batter he's facing. 1-0 count with 2 outs. Swing and miss, strike one here for Gavin Johnson. The 1-1 pitch. Outside. Aimed today from First Chiropractic Center. Making life better, one adjustment at a time. Grounder right down the right field line. Straight into the arms of the first baseman, and he is out. That will do it for Gavin Johnson. Grounds out to the first baseman. So 1-2-3 goes Yankton, and we go to the bottom of the 6th for Pierre. They are 3 outs away from finishing this ball game when we go to the 7th. This is KYNT, KYN-TV. Thanks for sticking with us through some of the problems we're having technology-wise today. Hopefully we're getting everything figured out, and we're certainly going to work to make sure everything's figured out for tomorrow. Let's go ahead and take a quick 30-second break. We'll come back for the bottom of the 6th right after this.
As times change, technology changes. Don't be left behind by your contact lenses. Vision Care Associates now offers infused multifocal contact lenses, specialized lenses that can provide you with clear vision at multiple distances without switching between glasses and contacts. Don't let glasses slow you down any longer. Call us today to schedule an appointment to try infused multifocal contact lenses.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Boston Frick still out on the mound there for the Bucks. So we go to the 6th. Yankton needs to get out of this with minimal damage in this 6th. When we go to the 7th, Pierre is going to be 3 outs away from victory. It's just a matter of what is the lead going to be. If Yankton gives up nothing, it'll be 3. Pierre's able to get some runs in. Well, we'll see. J.J. Buckoltz for Pierre had a great 6th inning. Faced 3 batters, struck out 2 of them. The 3rd one grounded out to first. 1-2-3 went Yankton. And when we go to the 7th, they've got to get the bats moving, or they're going to return to the hotel and try and come back tomorrow. Grounder over to the 3rd baseman, throw over to first. Got there in time. Grayson Huntley is out to start this one off. Spencer Easland comes back to the plate. So it's a 6-3 ball game. Foul ball off the bat here for Easland. He's had an interesting day. He's hit a couple singles, has an RBI, a run scored, and was caught stealing once to end an inning. Strike thrown here. It's an 0-2 count for him with 1 out. High fly ball. Catcher sheds the mask, trying to... No, it's going to go out of play. So an 0-2 count will remain after the foul with 1 out on the board. Spencer Easland batting for Pierre. Game today brought to you by the Fox Stop. For all your daily convenience and fuel needs, make a stop at the Fox Stop. Here's the pitch. Right past the pitcher, out into center field, and that'll be a base hit for Easland. So Pierre has 1 on with 1 out. We'll bring up Matthew Brewer now. No, excuse me. We've got a pinch hitter, J.J. Buckoltz. The pitcher is in to hit. Buckholz takes the first pitch low. It's ball one with one out, one on. Swing and miss, strike one here for the pitcher. 1-1 count. Once again, one out on the board. Little hopper, throw over to second. Bucks trying to turn two and cannot get the third guy. They get one at second. But Buckholz is safe at first base. So Yankton gets one at second, cannot get the batter. So he's safe at first. 2 outs on the board, 6-3 your score. Yankton needs one more to send this to the 7th inning, where Pierre will be 3 outs away from finishing this. Yankton's got 3 runs to make up. Dawson gets. Now batting. Foul ball. Game today brought to you by Stockman's Motorsports, your local Polaris dealer with a full lineup of Rangers and Sportsmans ready to get you in the fields, in the woods, or wherever you like to go. Stockman's Motorsports is a proud supporter of all area athletes. 0-1 count after the foul. This is the 9-hole batter. Grounder over to short. This should do for the inning. Underhand throw to second. And we go to the 7th. 6-3 is your score. Yankton trailing by 3. They have 3 runs to make up. Let's thank a few of our sponsors here, like Aztec. Aztec to Yankton was founded on innovation and passion to help their customers. Aztec is a proud team sponsor for Yankton High School baseball. Build your career with a group that's built to connect from rock to road. Let's thank Buell's Cleaners as well for rugs, uniforms, linens, and other cleaning services. Go to Buell's in downtown Yankton. Vision Care Associates as well, where the health of your eyes comes first. And finally, MTRC Smith Insurance, an independent insurance agency offering you a variety of products for your individual, family, and business needs. Let's take 30 seconds. Back after this in a 6-3 ball game. Yankton has 3 runs to make up. We come back for the 7th and 30.
You feel awful. Stuffy nose, then runny nose. Sniffles too. You don't know what to take to make yourself feel better. At Yankton Rexall, when you feel under the weather, we want to help. But there are a lot of over-the-counter choices. Some may even interfere with the daily medications you're taking. The Yankton Rexall staff is there to help you make the best choice for your health. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923.
We go to the 7th here. Yankton trailing by 3, needing 3 runs to be made up here. And we've got the top of the batting order for the Bucks. Leadoff hitter is out there. Hit a single. Last time he was at the plate, it's Tate Bestie. We're in the top of the 7th here on at KYNT. 0-1 now is the count. Bestie takes a ball on the next pitch. Once again, J.J. Buckholz out there, pitching the 6th and 7th innings. In the 6th, Yankton went 1-2-3, 2 of those strikeouts. Another foul ball off the bat of Bestie makes this a 1-2 count here. Pierre is 3 outs away from finishing game 1 of this 3-game series. They lead at 6-3 in the 7th. Yankton has to get 3 runs here. We'll go to tomorrow. Once again, tomorrow's games will be 11 a.m. first pitch, by the way. Grounder right past short and third, and Bestie is on base. So Yankton's leadoff does exactly what he needed. He gets on base to start off this inning. Yankton needs 3 to score. And now they're going to advance a runner to second. They just threw it over to the pitcher, couldn't quite grab it. And Bestie just goes straight into scoring position. So a little bit of a mistake for Pierre, and Yankton has one in on second already. It was a single hit from Bestie, but he'll stand off second now. Easton Feeser comes up to bat. Off the bat, a grounder over to the first baseman. He's just going to tag the bag, but Yankton does advance Bestie over to first. 1 out now. 2 outs left for the Bucks. This game today brought to you by Explorers Credit Union. Watch the Coaches Show on Saturday morning, sponsored by Explorers Credit Union. Explorers Credit Union is here to help with a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. High pitch here for Matthew Sheldon. 1-0 count. Sheldon, this time, fly ball. It's going to go out of play. The third baseman tried to track it down. Not going to get there. One count with 1 out. Runner on third. Sheldon batting. He has 2 singles and a walk. He has 2 of the 3 runs scored for Yankton today as well. Certainly been their best player today. 2-1 count with 1 out. Little grounder, and it's going to go out into the outfield, and 1 run's going to score. Sheldon gets the RBI single. Yankton still has work to do, but they're alive. 2 runs more have to score. They have 2 outs left to give. 6-4 is the score. Run scored by Tate Bestie. Led off the inning with that base hit. Easton Feeser, his ground out, got him to third, and then Sheldon brought him home in an RBI. 0-1 count now. Pitch outside, and Sheldon is going to take second now after a pitch gets by the catcher. This is J.J. Buckles on the mound for Pierre trying to finish it. Owen with Sean batting for the Bucks. This is game 1 of a 3-game series once again. No matter the outcome of this one, we will be back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. The loser of this game will have to win 2 games tomorrow in order to advance. The winner of this game will have to only win 1 of them. There's a base hit. Sheldon gets the signal. Sheldon's going. They're sending him home. Sheldon will score, and Yankton only trails by 1. 1 out on the board. Owen with Sean makes this a 1-run game. The mistake from the pitcher, Buckholz, threw the pitch by the catcher, and Sheldon was able to advance from first to second. That got him into scoring position. Then the RBI single from Owen with Sean there will make this a 1-run game. Sheldon was in scoring position off of that little error, and all of a sudden, this is a 1-run game in the 7th. Pierre has 2 outs to get in order to finish this one. Yankton needs 1 run to extend this ball game, 2 to take the lead and put the pressure on Pierre. They could go to the bottom of this inning and win in 3 outs if they get 2 more runs to score. This game today brought to you by Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923. Sam Goki now up to bat. Goki showed bunt, jumped back. It's a ball throw. Goki has 2 RBIs hit today. Love a base hit here to get a man in scoring position. He's got Wishawn leading off of first. Nobody else on. This time he's going to bunt. The bunt will stay fair, and he might get to first. He does! Yankton saves the out, and they have 2 on. What a perfect bunt from Sam Goki. Yankton's not dead yet. Down by only 1. They've scored 2 in the 7th, entering this inning. Down 3. They hadn't scored a run since the 3rd inning. All momentum was in favor of Pierre. Down 3 runs in this 7th, and they've scored 2, and now they have the tying run in scoring position. Owen Wishawn leading off of second. Looks like Mark Cottle just came in to bat. Swing and miss. Strike 1, might have got a piece of that for a foul ball. Either way, 0-1 count. Mark Cottle coming in to pinch hit now for Evan Sirk. Cottle takes another strike here. 0-2 count. Cottle pinch hitting. He's got a 240 batting average, 345 OBP. 2 RBIs and 6 hits on the season. Cottle has a huge chance here. He can tie up the game with a base hit. Pitch goes by the catcher, and Yankton's got runners in scoring position. They advance to second and third. We're in for a wild finish here in Pierre. 1 out on the board, 1-2 count. Cottle is batting. Runners advance to second and third here. Mark Cottle takes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and miss, strike 3. We're down to the final out for Yankton, and they've got a man on third. If they can get him home, we extend this ball game. Pierre needs 1 out to end it. It all comes down to this at-bat right here, and it's Frankie Intveld. No, they don't want him, Frankie Intveld, to bat. Intentional walk. They're going to send him to first. That'll load up the bases. And Easton Nelson will be the man that this relies on. First pitch, strike thrown from J.J. Buckles. Easton Nelson takes the 0-1. Strike 2 thrown. Nelson down in the count in a tough position here. Yankton has to get Owen Wishon, who stands on third base, home. Bases are loaded. 1-run game, top of the 7th. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss. Pierre wins it. Yankton had their chance. Just coming up short. Pierre gets the strikeout to end game 1 of 3. 6-5 is your final score. Pierre over Yankton. My name is Tehl Tanner. This is KYNT, KYN TV. Thanks for sticking with us through the technical difficulties we had today, but I think we've got things figured out, and we're going to make sure we're here tomorrow. Once again, first pitch, 11 a.m. between Yankton and Pierre. Stick around for our post-game show. We're going to talk about everything in between and hopefully talk with the head coach here in a moment as well. Let's go ahead and take a break, come back, start our post-game show from Yankton Rexall. 6-5 is your final score from Alani New Energy Drinks. Wellness should feel good and taste good, which is why Alani New Energy Drinks should be a part of your daily routine. 6-5 final, Pierre over Yankton in game 1. Let's take a break, come back with our post-game show after this.
Ground beef is only $2.99 a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And $2.99 a pound is not just the price today or this week, it's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop and count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for ground beef every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
Want to take the hassle out of servicing your heating or cooling system? Then sign up for the Kaiser Signature Membership Program. This is Chris Frick with Kaiser Heating and Cooling. Not only will you get peace of mind knowing your units are being serviced regularly, but being a Kaiser Signature member gives you priority service, a discount on parts and labor, and no overtime rates. Take comfort and let our qualified professional technicians keep you running.
Be the wiser and go with Kaiser. Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton.
If you're like a lot of South Dakotans, you've made a purchase online for services or products and have had no issues. Unfortunately, scammers view the internet as their playground, and they're constantly deploying new scams to attempt to take your hard-earned funds. Fraudulent websites have grown by leaps. Consumers and businesses need to check all aspects of a website before making any type of purchase. Questions regarding this scam should be directed to South Dakota Attorney General's Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
The other day, a guy came into the UPS store to pick up some blueprints we had printed for him. While we were finishing up the order, he asked about business cards as he was about out of his current supply. Hi, this is Doug at the UPS store in Yankton and Vermilion. We all have various printing needs, and the UPS store is here to help. Stop into our locations in Yankton or Vermilion and ask about our current print specials. Oh, the gentleman from earlier? We had new business cards ready for him the very next business day.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Women, have you had your annual exam? With May as Women's Health Month, Yankton Medical Clinic OBGYNs remind you to prioritize your health so you can continue focusing on the health of your family. No matter the stage of your journey, pre-pregnancy, pregnancy, motherhood, or menopause, Yankton Medical Clinic OBGYNs are the women's health experts. Call to schedule your annual health check today or visit yanktonmedicalclinic.com to schedule online. So much care, so close to home.
All right, let's go ahead and begin this Yankton Rexall post-game show. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923. Welcome you back into the broadcast booth from the Fairfield Inn and Suites. You can get hot breakfast, large family rooms, and a great location. Can all be found at Fairfield Inn and Suites in Yankton at 2607 Broadway Avenue or by calling 605-653-2250. Let's go ahead and start things off here with a recap of today. Yankton had a chance late, come up just short at Pierre in the first game of a 3-game series in our Super Regional. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. to start off Game 2 as we welcome in the head coach of the Bucks, Drew Lawrence. Now, Coach, had that chance late when you came into this ball game in the 7th. Can you tell me what was kind of going on there in that 7th inning? They brought Intveld as well. Can you walk me through it?
Yeah, so we got ourselves in the position we wanted to get in. So we go with with Beck Reichen to start. The plan was to just throw him 9 batters or whatever that was, and he did a good job. And then we were going to go to Boston, and we were going to do the same with Boston, but he was doing so well after that struggle of a first inning that we decided to keep going with him. And, you know, if we are able to get a hit there, we're in the exact position we want to be in, because then we got Cottle coming in to pitch. The plan almost worked to perfection, but it didn't end up working out that way. But, you know, we fought really hard. We had 9 hits. You know, we got their pitcher up in pitch count really quick. So we worked hard, and I think we're set up pretty good for tomorrow.
Coach, tomorrow, obviously, you marched out Reichen and Frick today. Who's out on the mound tomorrow?
So we got our guys left. We got Goki, who's, you know, has below 1 ERA this year, and then we got Gary and Cottle to all be available to pitch, and they're just going to split time. I haven't figured out exactly how it's going to go, but, you know, our guys that we've relied on all year are available for us tomorrow, so I think we're in a good spot.
Speaking of your guys, I wanted to ask about a hitter. I didn't see Lucas Kampschaff out there today. Can I ask what's going on there?
Yeah, he'll be here tomorrow. He wasn't available to be here today, but he'll be here tomorrow, so that's good too. We'll be able to have Lucas back.
That's very good for you, Coach. Talking about tomorrow, first pitch, 11 a.m. How are you going to keep these guys entertained tonight in a hotel?
Well, good thing, that game was quick. You know, hour and 30-minute game, and so we got some time. We'll get some food. We'll relax. Then we'll just get ready for tomorrow.
Coach, 11 a.m. is the first pitch here. What did you tell your guys post-game getting ready for this game tomorrow?
Well, I told them that game doesn't matter. I mean, it's over. You know, we had some guys that were upset that they weren't able to come through, and that's normal. But that game's over. It doesn't. We're not at a point now where we can sulk on it. We still have a position to do what we came here to do, and I think they're going to be ready to play tomorrow.
Got to ask you about one guy, Matthew Sheldon here today, your designated hitter. Ended up going 4 for 4, was walked once, hit 3 singles, one of them for an RBI, and scored 2 of your early 3 runs as well. Can you tell me about him?
He's been seeing the ball really well, not only all year. I mean, he's hitting close to 500 probably, but not only all year, but the last 3 weeks, he's been really seeing the ball well. And he's really gotten really good at this DH spot, which is sometimes hard to do. I mean, you're not being able to play position, and he's able to do it. So we rely on him. So him and Kampschaff hopefully can get some more hits tomorrow.
Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That post-game interview brought to you. Thank you, Coach. Post-game interview brought to you by Rhonda Westland with State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. let's go ahead and take a break. We'll come back and we'll go over our final stats and our final awards of this ball game. Back in a couple of minutes on KYNT.
Small businesses are neighbors serving neighbors. Passionate people who give our community character and personality. It's why at F&BO, we're passionate about helping you meet every moment at every stage of your business with guidance and solutions to help you take your business where you want it to go. Online and mobile banking, payments, lending, transfers and deposits, all made easy and more secure so you can do more. F&BO, big believers in small business. Member FDIC.
It's time to stop making excuses. The peace of mind you get after a colonoscopy is worth it. It's the best way to prevent and detect one of the deadliest cancers. In fact, your doctor can remove precancerous polyps during the procedure if necessary. That's right, before it even turns to cancer. No buts about it. Get a colonoscopy at 45 and follow up every 10 years or as recommended by your doctor. Find a location or schedule now at avera.org/colon.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as the result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injuries. Visit First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Medicare coverage is not a one-size-fits-all coverage. Do you like to travel? Are you wanting to spend your winters down south? Or just spend some time with your grandkids? Make sure you choose a plan that fits your needs and will travel with you. Visit Julie at Missouri River Associates to review your upcoming Medicare or your current needs. That's Julie at Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MTRC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
Are you concerned about macular degeneration and the impact it can have on your eyesight? Vision Care Associates is proud to offer new technology that can help diagnose and manage macular degeneration earlier and more effectively than before. With cutting-edge equipment and the expertise of Dr. Fieser, Dr. DeYoung, and Dr. Slowey, we're dedicated to providing you with the best possible care. Call today and see the difference.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
You feel awful. Stuffy nose, then runny nose. Sniffles too. You don't know what to take to make yourself feel better. At Yankton Rexall, when you feel under the weather, we want to help. But there are a lot of over-the-counter choices. Some may even interfere with the daily medications you're taking. The Yankton Rexall staff is there to help you make the best choice for your health. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923.
All right, let's go ahead and finish things up here from Game 1 in Pierre as the wind is now starting to come up. It didn't really come up during the ball game, but just now it starts blowing my papers around. So I got to go grab something here. And we are underway in our Yankton Rexall post-game show. Your hometown pharmacy since 1923. That's Yankton Rexall. 6-5 is your final score. Pierre defeats Yankton in Game 1 of this 3-game series between the rivals here. It was Pierre who got off to a quick 3-1 lead in the second inning. Yankton scored 1 in the first. Pierre scores 3 in the bottom of the second and the bottom of the third. Yankton puts 3 up in the third as well. So we have a 3-3 ball game for just a moment. Then Pierre puts on another 3 to make it 6-3, and we stayed at 6-3 all the way until the 7th inning when Yankton scored 2 runs. In that 7th inning, Yankton needed 3. They get 2. Bases loaded, just not able to get that final man home. Owen Wishon was ready to be hit home. He was on third base, just couldn't quite get him there. Yankton comes up just short in game 1, but don't you worry, they've got opportunities tomorrow. They will be back here tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. versus Pierre. Now, Pierre now has the advantage, as this is a best of 3. If Pierre wins game 1 tomorrow at 11 a.m., that's it. That's done. Yankton season will come to a close, and then we'll kind of go to Legion season after that. For Yankton, they need to win both game 1 and 2 tomorrow, game 2 and 3 in the series, if they want to move on to the state tournament. So that's kind of what's on the line here. Game 1 tomorrow, which will be game 2 of the series, is imperative for the Bucks. They have to win that game to force a game 3. Then you get into game 3, and that's a single one-game winner-take-all. So we'll see what happens there. It's definitely some very exciting baseball tomorrow. When it comes to our post-game show today, let's wrap things up here with our final stats from Mayor Signs. If it's time to review the look of your business's signage, let Mayor Signs help. They offer all types of signs, including lit, non-lit, digital, and much more. Contact Mayor Signs today on 4th and Broadway in Yankton. Go over the pitching stats for the Bucks. It was 2 of them today, Beck Reichen and Boston Frick. They pitched 6 innings combined. Beck Reichen pitched the first 2. He had 0 strikeouts, 0 walks, had 4 hits and 3 runs allowed. They did have a lot of defensive stops in those 2 innings, though. Boston Frick came in and pitched the next 4. Actually had a very good performance out of Boston Frick. He had come into today, Boston Frick, by the way, according to the stats I have, he had only thrown 2 innings on the season. Well, he threw 4 today, had 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, 5 hits, and 3 runs given up. All 3 of those were in the 3rd inning, his very first inning, and then after that, the next 3 did not allow a run, only a couple hits, and was able to do really, really special things on the mound. I'm excited for that kid's future. He's going to be good. Those are your final pitching stats for Mayor Signs. We go now to our players of the game. Defensive player of the game from Olson's Pest Technicians. Your residential and commercial pest control solution. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS. Today, the first baseman, Easton Feeser, going to be our defensive player of the game. Feeser was just everywhere on first base, making extremely athletic plays, able to make those catches, was just kind of a cornerstone for the Bucks at first base. They were able to get out after out after out on him. Our defensive player of the game from Olson's Pest Technicians. And now our offensive player of the game from Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Offensive player of the game today, guy we talked about post-game with Coach Lawrence. Matthew Sheldon, the designated hitter, went 4 for 4 at the plate, was walked, scored a run in the first inning, hit a single, then scored a run in the 3rd inning. He had 2 of the first 3 runs for the Bucks. Hit a single in the 5th, and then hit an RBI single in the 7th. He will be our offensive player of the game from Hy-Vee, Matthew Sheldon from Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Our move of the game from Mason Strom and the Move Group. Are you buying or selling? Move with Mason and the Move Group. Our move of the game today will be back-to-back RBI singles in the 7th inning to give Yankton a chance. They needed 3 runs. They got 2, and those 2 runs, back-to-back batters, Matthew Sheldon and Owen Wishon. RBI single, RBI single. It was a great 1-2 for the Bucks there, and 2 back-to-back consecutive at-bats. Those 2 gave Yankton a chance. Came up just short, but either way, that'll be our move of the game from Mason Strom. Are you buying or selling? Move with Mason and the Move Group. Our story of the game from Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized Clopay dealer. Our story today is tomorrow's action. That contest, that close win for Pierre. What an exciting game that ended up being. Pierre takes it in 7, 6-5. They get that 3rd out just before Yankton can get that 6th run. It was about as close gets, and our story will be game 2 tomorrow. Yankton versus Pierre, 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. And finally, once again, our final sponsor from Roy Wilcox was State Farm. He's been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, they'll help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Roy Wilcox with State Farm. As we do our upcoming schedule, that is 11 a.m. tomorrow, first pitch. We'll be live here at 10:30, and today, that's going to do it for our coverage. Shout out to Ayanna Becker back at the studio for keeping us on air. I have been Tehl Tanner up in Pierre at Hyde Stadium, home of the Governors. We're going to be back here tomorrow, 10:30 pregame, 11 a.m. first pitch. That'll do today. Pierre wins in 7, 6-5, and about as close of a win as you can get. This has been Yankton Bucks Baseball on KYNT. We'll see you tomorrow.
This has been a presentation of Yankton High School Baseball on KYNT. The Yankton High School Baseball team would like to thank their team sponsor of Aztec. Aztec is offering a healthy sign-on bonus with great wages and benefits. Build your career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road. Click careers at aztecindustries.com. This has been Yankton Baseball on KYNT.